Hey guys, it's DeoTai1 here. I just want to wish everybody a happy new year, 2026, and I hope everybody had a great New Year's. And I just want to make this video to tell you how my year was. So, as you previously noticed in the previous vlogs, I've had a couple of years in review from like 2022, and usually I always do it from the end of each year. Over the holidays I've been busy, so I haven't had a full uh time to make a full video to tell you how my year was. So I'm going to tell you how my year was from beginning to now. So I just want to make an announcement that if you're interested in watching the whole video, it's going to be a long video, so if you're interested in watching the whole thing, right on. So from January, it was pretty solid. Got to spend some time with my girlfriend for her birthday and got her a few things. We went to medieval times for near Valentine's Day. Got to watch the Super Bowl, which was pretty cool. And yeah, so it was really, really fun. And then in March, my birthday rolled around, and it was the best birthday I ever had. My friends, my friend Ashley Kohler baked me a birthday cake, which was very nice, and as well as plenty of my roller coaster buddies, such as Ariana, Smoke and Joe, and Sarah, and all my other friends. It was great. Yeah, so it was really good. It was gonna get better, but a few things have happened. So if you were wondering why Ariana hasn't been in any of the vlogs uh, in 2025, it was because she was pregnant at the time. She now has a daughter named Ariel, and no, I have not met the baby yet, but my family and I have spent a lot of money on the baby, and I can't wait to meet her in the next week or two. Ariana and I are going to get together probably in the next week or so to get together. So yeah, so it was very difficult for me with that aspect because again, I had a very difficult couple of years of my personal life, and it brought me to have friendship anxiety over it because I've had some really bad things in the past that was very traumatic for me, and I just had the friendship anxiety aspect. But luckily, I found a free therapist in Toronto called Jane Street Hub. I recommend you try that out, guys. Jane Street Hub is really good. It helps people with mental health and a lot of really good aspects to that. So I highly recommend it. But yeah, so that was one of the most challenging things for me this year, was to stay positive through a situation I haven't been in. And Ariana was also my very first roller coaster buddy, but also my first close friend having a kid. So it was an adjustment to a change that I've never adjusted to before. So it was very difficult for me. So that was probably the only speed bump for me this year. It was extremely tough for me. Um, but back to the positives. Sarah and I went to, if you remember seeing Sarah in a couple of our vlogs, her and I reunited last summer, and we've been going on, we've been hanging out and we've been going on many adventures since. Her and I went to go see the Trailer Park Boys at an LCBO, where I got to buy their alcoholic drink, and as a matter of fact, they signed this can for me with their signatures right here. And yeah, it was pretty awesome. So, but yeah, yeah, so I went to the LCBO. I got to have a free meet and greet with them and bought their alcohol, which was really cool. And then Sarah and I went to our very first Ace event together the following day, which was Spare Some Time at Neb's Fun World, which was a pretty solid Ace event. It was very fun. I enjoyed, we went bowling, we went on Spare Time Express. I really love that park, and they're adding more things in the future, which was really cool. In May, Wonderland opened. It was very challenging for me because it was the first time I went to one of them without my best friend Ariana, so it was very difficult to adjust to a new change. But it was but I was able to, you know, make it through very well. But it was tough because her and I have such a big bond, and it was a very uh I just had friendship anxiety of us drifting apart when that's not true. But it was very tough, from what I had, for the past 6 years. I just had a lot of trauma and the drama in my life, but it was extremely tough at first, but I was able to adjust to it perfectly fine in the end. And all of my friends and my family and even my girlfriend Nora have helped me. Um, for yeah, also in April, I bought my girlfriend Nora, a promise ring, which was really cool. And her and I've been together for 10 years, which is incredible. Um, yeah, in May, yeah, I got to go to Wonderland and do lots of vlogs for you guys. In June, Sarah and I went to the Ravine Flyer Frenzy event at Waldemere, which was the same ACE event that Ariana and I went to in 2024, which was really fun. And then, and also in July, I went to ride Alpenfury for the first time with Kristen and Jazz from Blackout Coasters, who were very nice people. Um, yeah, I also got to reunite with John and Scott, which was really cool. Got to hang out with them, along with Steven and my buddy Cody and Tristan. Those guys are incredible people. And yeah, and yeah, and at the end of July, Sarah and I went to Six Flags Darien Lake for a day trip, which was pretty solid. But I mean, as you saw in my vlog, I didn't really have a good experience. The service wasn't that good. Hopefully it changes if I return next year, because I mean, it is a really solid park with solid roller coasters. It's just the one train ops. Oh, and Mindy Racer is still garbage. I still hate that ride. But yeah, so did that. So I'm just listing the coaster adventures right now, but I'm also gonna list some other things too. In And then in August, Sarah and I went to KennyCon at Kennywood in near Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, which was incredible. And I went to Roller Coasters A, which was a pretty good ACE event, but I liked KennyCon better. It was my favorite ACE event of the year for me, in my opinion. And then uh, Sarah Joseph and I, we went to Sarah Joseph, Nora, and I went to Santa's Village in July to ride Yeti Trek, which was really good. It was an amazing family coaster. And we went to Blue Mountain in August to ride the mountain coaster, and which was really fun. So we had a nice day trip with Sarah and Joseph. And yeah, and we loved it so much that Joseph decided to get a Wonderland season pass and go to Wonderland with Sarah and I, and to go on roller coaster trips with Sarah and I in the future. And I even said to Ariana that the door's open if you want to come with my friends and I, if you want to, when the baby gets older and you want to go ride roller coasters and have some time to yourself, you're welcome to join my friends and I. And she said, of course. So it was really great. Then yeah, so I introduced Sarah and Joseph, and now we have a new group of friends to go to Wonderland and adventures with. So I'm really excited to go to some parks with them next year. So I'm very stoked for that. Yeah. Now, for me, the highlight wasn't just like Alpenfury. So let's talk about Alpenfury. Of course, that was one of the highlights for this year alone. It was one of the best roller coasters I ever rode. Extremely intense, so good. I'm gonna do a full on review about it in the future, but just to make it short, it's so intense. I love the launch. It's incredible. Such a great roller coaster. I love everything about it. So, but yeah, no. So my favorite moment of 2025 is me and my childhood hero Douglas John Cameron is my childhood hero Douglas John Cameron and I are now really good friends, and I've been to a couple of his shows at uh, for his band Whiskey Jack, and he also came to my jam night uh, during uh, on December 9th, which was really cool. And he sang the Answer Your Pants theme song at my jam night, and he also sang Your Sauce Gets Soggy at one of his shows. And to me, those two performances to me was the highlight because it brought back childhood memories of my favorite preschool show, Answer Your Pants, which of course you guys know, you know, was one of the very first big videos that got the biggest views in the history of Deo Taiwan. And it was so great. I loved every moment of that. That helped me with my anxiety and helped me with me becoming a stronger person in that aspect. And it was so great to have this memory again, you know, of you know, of the nostalgia, but also getting to know Douglas as a person and as a musician, because it's cool that he's a musician like me, and it's just really, really cool. Um, but so that's why. So that's the reason Ariana hasn't been in vlogs, because she was pregnant at the time roller coaster season begun. And yeah, she has a new baby girl named Ariel. I can't wait to meet her. I've seen pictures. She's beautiful. I can't wait to meet her. And yeah, I can't wait to be an uncle figure. So it's gonna be pretty cool. And in the next like 6 to 7 years, I can't wait to take her on Taxi Jam, and hey, she'll join our posse of roller coaster enthusiasts. So that's gonna be extremely fun. And yeah, so I'm very happy for, for my future of, hanging out, still becoming a musician, still doing videos for you guys, and riding roller coasters with my good friends. And it's just so much fun to hang out with, you know, my true friends in my life. And I'm so extremely grateful to have you guys. And I just want to thank, all my friends and family and my girlfriend Nora for helping me out with helping me become a much better person and giving me advice and helping me become a better person. If it wasn't for you guys, I don't know what I'd do without you. But yeah, and I also want to thank you guys so much for the subscriptions and the comments and everything. I appreciate it, you guys. And like I said, I'm sorry for the late year in review. Like I said, I was just busy and just, other things, but yeah, no, overall my year was very challenging. I wouldn't say it's 2020 bad or 2022 bad. I say it was somewhere in the middle. But in the end, I came out of 2025 as a much stronger person. And yeah, and yeah, like I said, in November and December, I got to see, Douglas perform a few times this year, as well as hanging out with a lot of my roller coaster friends and going on roller coaster adventures. I also ended the, seasons with Winterfest and spending Christmas with my family and friends. And yeah, and I'm excited that we're now in 2026, and I can't wait for, for more adventures to come. So, but yeah, I think that does it for 2025, a year in review. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching, and stay tuned for more vlogs coming this year on Deo Taiwan. Happy New Year 2026, everybody, and be sure to, of course, rock on and ride on.